Hey everybody, my name's Cleo. I'm from Boise State. I just want to go through this infographic about autism spectrum disorder, also known as ASD, specifically for parents of children with a new ASD diagnosis. So first things first, let's talk about what autism is. According to the National Institute of Health, autism is defined as a neurological and developmental disorder that affects how people interact with others, how they communicate, how they learn, and how they behave. So typically, we see a lot of behavioral symptoms that are usually the first sign to us that someone may have autism spectrum disorder. Some of these different behavioral things that we might notice are difficulty with social interaction. So that could be them struggling to make eye contact while they're talking to you, how they express themselves verbally, or not expressing themselves verbally at all. Maybe expressing themselves in other ways. Some other things are difficulty regulating their emotions, or coping with big emotions that they might be having. Sensitivity to sensory changes. So light, sound, all different things. Everybody's different. So that's a big one that we see. Another is repetitive behavior. So this could be seen as like echolalia, so repeating maybe like a line from a show or a line from a movie that sticks with them. That could be a form of vocal stimming. Stimming is self-regulating behaviors that we see in people with ASD. So as I said, it could be something like vocal stimming, echolalia. It could also be things like clapping or waving their hands, or spinning in circles. Different things like that are all examples of self-regulation and stimming. Some other things that we see are difficulty with both gross motor skills and fine motor skills. So that could be playing something like soccer, running and kicking a ball can be hard, or fine motor skills, so pinching things and picking them up, or using scissors. So those are all different things. ASD, though, is commonly misdiagnosed a lot of the time. The National Institute of Health shows research indicating that 1 in 36 kids in the United States is diagnosed with ASD. But breaking it down a little bit, about 1 in 4 boys is diagnosed with autism, whereas about 1 in 100 girls are diagnosed with autism. A lot of people have comorbid diagnoses and are often misdiagnosed because of these things. So some pretty common comorbid diagnoses that we see are ADD, ADHD, OCD, anxiety. There's a ton more, but those are some pretty common ones. Despite all of this, though, majority of kids are diagnosed by the age of 5. And with being diagnosed at such an early age, this allows us to use early intervention strategies. So usually these are behavioral therapies. Some common ones are ABA, CBT, and PRT. It's really helpful to use educational intervention strategies as well. So that could be something like having an aide in the classroom, or having them in a special education classroom where the student to teacher ratio is lower, and they have some more resources to help them learn these different things. Early intervention programs help kids gain the basic skills that they usually learn in the first couple years of life, such as physical skills, thinking skills, communication skills, social skills, interacting with other people, also emotional regulation skills like we talked about before. So recognizing your emotions and then also learning how to cope with the big emotions that we all feel. AutismSpeaks.org has some great resources that you can use to learn more about the fundamental aspects of autism and how it can be seen differently from person to person. They have a lot of information about different therapies and resources that might be a good fit for your kid. Yeah.